Good afternoon, Avinash. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for calling me here, Pankaj.
And the fact remains, you definitely look more educated maybe with that background.
Come on,
Okay, so listen, how did you before we get into the leadership series on COVID-19 on Chrome Talkies, I want to ask you, how did you get into this controversy at the Bandra station with Star Majha, with ABP Majha? Sorry.
Yeah. Well, the times are such that unnecessarily insinuations are made for something completely non-linked. The fact on the table is as follows, which people who read and write can understand, that the railway was doing a booking starting 14th.
That was a recommendation that came on the 13th.
No, railway was also doing the booking.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. That's why they tweeted after the Prime Minister announcement that the cancellations are being done for the bookings and the refund would be made. They said that. We had a report from Southeastern Railway official wherein there was a discussion going on how to ferry the passenger who are stuck in different states and how many trains would be required to ferry them back to their states. This was a discussion memo which we came to know of, and in which there was a clear-cut plan. We have further documents which we have not made public. There are further plans as to how the trains will run, how the bogies will be sealed so that the migrant labor should not go out in between and somebody should not get in so that the infection does not spread if there is any. That story went on air at 9 o'clock. Then at 9:30, 10 o'clock, Prime Minister spoke. After that, that story never went on air. After that, twice at, if I'm not wrong, at 12:30 and at 1:30, we ran the story that how the trains will not run, that if there is any cancellation, you can claim your money back, and etc. Now, the channel is in Majha. It has no.
Before you speak, sorry to interrupt you. I have a question that most of the migrant laborers were from non-Marathi states.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
My question is, so why Star Majha? So how did they follow Star Majha and get into violation of the law?
When the government is unable to administer, they look for a scapegoat.
I don't know.
Crowd happened.
But the allegation is that Rahul Kulkarni was instrumental in getting this going. So that's what's going around social media, right?
I can imagine Pankaj Krishna asking a question and thus spreading COVID. You can do anything that you can do anything that you want.
Wearing a mask.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying that the thing is that you can make any kind of assessment. People are free to make their opinion, but the fact is that the story was in Marathi. The laborers were from West Bengal and Bihar and Jharkhand and UP. They don't watch Marathi channel. The story went only once on air. And if it was so, that story was instrumental in getting the crowd gathered at Bandra, they could have gathered all across Maharashtra.
Absolutely.
And to a station where no train leaves for Bihar, UP or Bengal. Why did they gather there? Who are these people who are not carrying any bag, their wives, children, no one? And when the police appeared in 5 minutes. When the police appeared, they disappeared in 5 minutes. Obviously, it was somebody who organized, orchestrated, and unnecessarily we are demanding that the government must investigate how this happened. Absolutely. Because this is absolutely nonsense, and we have gone to the court.
Is Rahul been released now?
It is yet not. We are expecting him to get released today on bail.
Absolutely.
But we are asking the government to drop all charges. This is criminal intimidation by the government.
We go back a long way. I know you. I know you well, so we can vouch for the integrity bit. So I'm sure that will get sorted very soon.
Sure.
And, but good stuff. So that should get sorted today. Let's come back to COVID-19 and the impact. The first impact we already discussed, the Bandra Station. So let's go to a more macro impact. Is it impacting you as an industry? I see a lot of heat that most organizations are facing with the fact that a lot of advertisers have halted their advertising. Is it impacting you guys as well? What's the impact of COVID-19?
See, there would be no one in this world, and there is no one in this world who is not impacted.
That's right.
So media industry would not be left in isolation. Particularly when your business is such that not much can be done by just being at home.
That's right.
Your business is to go out and report. And our reporters have put their life at stake when they are going out and reporting.
Yeah.
One reporter in Majha, my Marathi channel, and one cameraman have got infected with virus. There are 4 other suspects in Gujarat. They are all under quarantine. 13 of our reporters in Maharashtra are under quarantine because they have come in contact with our COVID-19 patients. Now we are putting our life at risk right now to cover these events. So definitely it is impacting us. On the other hand, advertising industry is asking us to lower the rate, give more bonuses to them.
I had another colleague, industry colleague, I don't want to name him, but do you agree with him? He said, on the contrary, this is the right time for advertisers to show confidence. And they should not halt the advertising. They should, in fact, become a little more aggressive, because if the shelves will open tomorrow, right? The offtake will happen.
Something. How we come out of this particular period will not depend on how you handle your brands and companies. Globally, it is proven fact that companies who show resilience during such time, they come out stronger.
Absolutely.
Those who spend on brands during the crisis, they sail for a longer run after the crisis gets over. Because crisis only lets you organize better for yourself, cut down the fat, know what you need to do, understand the environment which is changing, and go ahead and do something new. It is a proven fact globally that if you focus at this time of making sure that the brand is relevant in the consumer's mind, the day this will get over, like everything has an end date, this crisis will get over one day. You will be the one who are advertising right now, will attract maximum benefit over a longer period of time. Now, somebody who understands that, they are all advertising, but they are using this as an opportunity to lower the cost at their side. And that's really a sad state of affair, because for news genre, every day going out and reporting is a very, very tall task. As you can see, I'm sitting in office. I do my newsroom meeting early morning. I talk to all the editors. We know how I write to my staff every day that when they are doing their duty, how safe they should be. We have made arrangements for food, safe waters, all through 24 hours for all our staff. So it's a very tough challenge. In fact, our cost, because of doing a lot of things that we don't need, actually, so large amount of masks, these kits which to go into the red zone to report, work with police people and medical staff, healthcare workers to work. You require a lot of safety gears, which we are also buying. Yeah. Now our cost of doing the business is going up, while our revenues will come under pressure because of advertising and not supporting us.
From the perspective, the time spent on TV is shooting up, news specifically. So the consumption, I think it's a fantastic opportunity to be visible on TV at this point in time, and definitely on news as well. So we do see a lot of advertisers coming back. Secondly, I think on the masks and lifestyles, this will be a changer. Over time. I don't think this is going to subside in the next few days. For a long time to come, we will have to redefine a lot how we greet, meet, and travel. People will maintain the social distancing. What are the collective steps that we should take as an industry? Not that it's a recession for us. I think TV is still doing very well. What are the way forward that you recommend for the industry, and a message to a lot of people employed in the industry as an industry leader? What do you think you want to tell everyone?
I wrote to my staff that, to me, the word resilience means adaptability personified. Everybody in the industry has to adapt to the new environment and make sure that the continuity of the business shall be the primary objective of everyone. Whether what we are reporting on the news, the way the people are conducting businesses, the continuity of the business should be the primary focus of whether it is a government, private business houses, or common people. Because once that requires an oxygen, I can tell you there will be disaster. some of which we are already seeing in the marketplace right now.
Yeah.
So how in our businesses, which requires people to go out and meet people, how we can keep ourselves safe, yet collect those informations and make sure that we make it visible to people is what we are looking at right now. And so everybody else, technology today allows you to do a lot of things like we are meeting today and we are talking. Sooner or later, restaurants will operate with safe distancing table norms. Theaters will open.
Travel is going to get hugely impacted. So I think the middle seat is gone for a long, long time. The middle seat in economy.
That will always fly business then. So just look at it like this. I'm saying that, I'm a positive person. I think that this will end. This will end certainly by end of this year, if not before. There are enough doctors. India has joined in the overall fight of developing the vaccine and the medicine with the global team which is working on that. So I'm hopeful that something will come out soon and we'll be out of it.
Avinash, anything specific to the thousands of people who work in the broadcast media sector? The youngsters who've just been there for about a year or two?
Stay put. Work harder. There is nothing that can replace that. Stay put. If you don't stay put, it is only you who can take all of us to the other end. If
Absolutely.
we break down today,
absolutely. The times
we go.
These are testing times. This is where you come out.
See how much you can do in less.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we should all target today.
Absolutely. Good pleasure chatting up with you, Avinash. As always, I remember the first chat we had. I asked you a question whether when you just took over as the CEO of ANN, between an advertising and an editorial call, when there's a conflict, what would you go for? And you had said you would go for editorial because
that's what I do still today.
And absolutely. So I think you're doing a fantastic job at ABP News. And we wish the best for Rahul Kulkarni. And I'm sure we'll all get him out today soon. And
hopefully. Good sense on the lawmakers. Yeah.
I value the fact that you've gone out and you've spoken out for a colleague. You put it on your Facebook. You put it all across social media. I read your post. And I do value the fact that you're countering people who are questioning this. That takes a lot. And that says good about a great leader. Thank you, Avinash. Good chatting up.
Stay safe and keep motivating people around you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we shall meet soon.
Yes.
Hopefully. Take care. Thank you, Avinash. Thank you.